So I'm here in Krems in Austria, and I just had breakfast. And I've just seen a scene that I've witnessed in many parts of the world for my whole life. I'm kind of a people watcher, so it's not something that's new to me, but it was just kind of extreme today, or perhaps I'm just in a new place that I've never been to before, so I'm quite sensitive to it. But I was having breakfast, and it seems like it's a business hotel that I'm in because most of the people here are who are working here are women, and then most of the people who are staying here are men. There are some couples you see, very few families, if anything, because it's kind of a spa wellness hotel. Um, but what made me think that it was potentially a business hotel was what I'm about to tell you about, and it's that most of the men were dressed the same, like penguins. Um, uh, all the men, and in fact, all the men were in a collared button-down shirt, a very tight belt, jeans, blue jeans, smart, sensible, flat shoes, and that's it. There were one or two men who had on a sweater. It's in the middle of winter, and it's quite cold today, and it's not sunny, and they all had the same haircuts. I mean, for the ones who, I'd say over half were balding. Half of those who were balding had sort of just, given up and just gone for the short kind of crew cut, balding crew cut. But the women that were there were women who were dressed in all different kind of colors and patterns and fashions. Someone didn't have, printed sweaters, shirts, blouses, sweaters with, different kinds of collars, necklaces, bracelets. Everybody had different color hair, different hairstyles, different kinds of shoes. Some women had on boots, some had on flats. And you see this pattern over and over around the world. And I know that's one that for people who are sort of caught up in it, they sort of take it for granted and then they sort of justify, well, women are like this and better at this and all these sorts of things. But like I said, I've seen this my whole life and I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying that men like to be drab. Now, I understand that, for example, colorblindness is a male trait, and perhaps there is something to it. The fact that, all around the world, men are wearing beige, gray, drab kind of colors, whereas you have women all around the world, except for perhaps certain parts of Africa, where women are wearing all kinds of colors. And there in West Africa, you have men wearing pink and yellow and blue and all this stuff, but in very few places do you ever see that. And it makes me think, what do men give up in order to be able to be that kind of guy? Now, what is that kind of guy? What kind of guy does that signal? The kind of guy that fits in, that looks the part. It signals that he's a corporate guy, that he's a good earner and that kind of thing. So he's a good man. That everyone's looking for the good man. He signals this power to other men, but also to potential partners, rivals, just like in the animal kingdom. And I mean, I have to always say, as someone who's a people watcher, I can't say which came first, the chicken or the egg, whether I start watching people because I stick out, because I'm a feminine person. Here in the middle of Austria, I'm a black person. And, the other two black people that I've seen literally like, hi, man, how are you doing? Like, hi. And so, back in my hometown, it's all people have always sort of looked at me, but I've also looked at other people, and when I see other people, I do see like for example now, I have on red pants, and like I said, I just came from breakfast, and the same thing was yesterday, and every other man there had on a very sensible, smart pair of blue jeans. Just, neatly fitted and, just kind of standard. But on the other side, I don't make any effort to sort of wear red pants or, wear, a necklace or wear a scarf, or it's just like, oh, I like this, it goes with this, or just feels good. So then I wondered, are men, and this is the title of the video, are men sort of oppressed in this sense? Because I feel like men do make a compromise, that they don't want to wear something that might make them stick out might draw unwanted attention, might make them appear flamboyant or this or that or the other, and all the things that they know that would get them the attention, that might get them called the F word, the fag, the sissy, you know, if they wear something that is just to the left or right of this, you know, collared shirt, button down, you know, standard kind of pants. And it's strange because, you know, I've had men compliment me, just so-called normal straight men. Oh, I like this. Oh, I wish I could do this. Oh, you have such, you know, people tell me all the time, you must be some kind of artist. I thought you know, people often tell me, I think you're in the entertainment industry. And I'm just like, well, how would you think I'm in entertainment? Oh, because of the way you dress and you're this and that and the other. And I think, I mean, they look at you with such admiration. You think, but I haven't done anything except be myself. So which part of yourself are you not being? And that's the thing, the good thing that's come out with the kind of the bullying, the boy-on-boy bullying, getting called the worst thing, getting called a fag, you know, getting called something that's like a woman. It's like the worst insult you could give a guy. And I think to myself, are they really oppressed? I mean, oppressing themselves just so they can fit in. I mean, that's what it feels like. So I guess it's a question to you guys. But after seeing it over and over and over again, I can't stop seeing it. So there you go. Thought for today. Enjoy the view of Clowns.